an emergency, speed matters. AI systems can process vast amounts of data far faster than any human analyst, analyzing patterns, flagging risks, and generating outputs in seconds. In moments of crisis, that speed can save lives, but speed without understanding can also be dangerous. Many AI systems, especially generative and large-scale analytic models, operate as black boxes. They produce outputs quickly, but the logic behind those outputs is often opaque. When AI is used to inform decisions about evacuations, medical access, infrastructure safety, or resource allocation, accepting results without scrutiny is not just a technical risk, it's an ethical one. This risk is not evenly distributed. In geographic areas shaped by historical and ongoing inequities, including communities that have experienced redlining, environmental racism, underinvestment, or discriminatory emergency response, ethical failures in AI-assisted decision-making can compound vulnerability. A flawed output does not just create inconvenience, it can delay aid, misdirect resources, or contribute to preventable harm or loss of life. Generative AI models, in particular, are probabilistic. They predict what is most likely, not what is necessarily correct. At times, they hallucinate, producing confident, plausible-sounding outputs that are wrong. Imagine an AI assistant generating a workflow to assess hospital vulnerability during an earthquake. It filters buildings using a field called structure type because the name sounds logical, but the actual dataset uses building material. The query returns no results. The resulting map suggests there are no at-risk facilities. In a real emergency, that error could lead decision makers to conclude that critical infrastructure is safe when it is not. This is not a minor technical mistake, it's an ethical failure with real-world consequences. That is why human-in-the-loop decision-making is not optional in ethical GIS. It is essential. AI can assist, accelerate, and suggest, but it cannot replace professional judgment, contextual awareness, or accountability. In GIS, we ground truth maps to confirm that digital representations match conditions on the ground. Ethical GeoAI requires a similar practice. We'll call it algorithmic ground truthing. This means systematically checking AI-generated outputs against real-world knowledge, local context, and domain expertise to ensure they reflect reality rather than assumptions assembled in the model or data. Ethical GeoAI requires culturally and historically informed humans in the loop, people who understand how past policies, structural inequities, and power dynamics shape present-day spatial patterns. Without that understanding, AI outputs risk being interpreted at face value, reinforcing existing disparities rather than addressing them. This represents a direct failure of fairness and non-discrimination in practice. Verification must be routine, not exceptional. Do the field names match the dataset? Are the units correct? Does the output align with what we know about the place, its infrastructure, and its history? Who might be missing or misrepresented in this analysis? Accountability does not stop at validation. Ethical practice also demands auditing and oversight. If AI-assisted analysis consistently produces disparate outcomes, systematically underserving certain neighborhoods, misclassifying risk in marginalized areas, or privileging speed over accuracy, those patterns must be investigated. Auditing the model, auditing the workflow, and even auditing the auditors become part of responsible practice. Ultimately, responsibility does not belong to the algorithm. You are not just a user of AI. You are accountable for the decisions it informs. The AI may draft workflow, suggest a filter, or generate a map, but you decide whether that output is fit to guide action. AI assists. Humans decide. Ethical GIS means using AI as a tool, not a substitute for judgment, transparency, or care, especially when lives are on the line.